Hey, this is Nicholas with the Backyard TARDIS here with another review. This time, continuing on with our Sonic 30th celebration. We are looking at the comic Sonic the Hedgehog 30th Anniversary Special. And this is a classic Sonic release. And this is put out by IDW. So it's not connected to the main kind of modern Sonic stuff with IDW, but this is actually a classic Sonic book. It has very much the feel of the Tyson Hesse animation that we got on YouTube by Sega of the classic Sonic, and see a lot of those familiar characters from Sonic Mania really getting to play with the whole crew there. This was just a beautiful, heartwarming little book. You start out and you kind of got Sonic and Tails and Amy, and they're kind of talking, and then Amy's wanting to be part of the group, and adventure beckons. And so what happens? Sonic and Tails go, and Amy's left behind. Tails leaves his little tracker, so Amy's like, well, I'm going to get the Chaos Emerald, go after it. They bring in so many good characters. They bring in Metal Sonic, of course, always a fan favorite, but something that you almost don't see is Metal Knuckles. Not Mecha Knuckles, but Metal Knuckles from Sonic R. Almost never referenced. And it was such a cool character. To see that come back in this, and to see it much better rendered than on Saturn graphics, was really cool. And of course the meme itself, Tails doll, of course, has to make up that trio from Sonic R. So they're out there going after them. But not only them, you got the hooligans, Bark, Fang, and Bean. These classic villains that were built up that ever since the Dreamcast they were dumped, and finally got some recognition in Sonic Mania. Made a little cameos there, but was cool to see them. They're going through, just battling it out. All these classic zones, going through, battling out, trying to collect all the Chaos Emeralds. Eggman also shows up, but a little confusing. He's not, he seems to not be working in line with everybody, so there's a confusion of who's working for who, because he's working against Metal Sonic, but working with Bark, Fang, and Bean. And then Ray and Mighty show up. So we get some Ray and Mighty action in this. How great is that? For those that don't know, those originally were from the Sega Sonic arcade that worked with a trackball, and were kind of early on characters that were dropped. Mighty was brought back for Knuckles Chaotix on the doomed and almost nobody bought it Sega 32X system. But it wasn't until Sonic Mania that they truly came back. Ian Flynn is the main writer on the book, but there's other writers that do the side stories, but he does this main story. Really good. And then, of course, you come to find out Big Bad is the hard-boiled heavy king. Robotnik tried to use him again, but he corrupted, and he took over both Metal and Knuckles, and he's trying to get all the Chaos Emeralds. And really good, snappy banter, too. Classics. It feels like Geo White type banter, that era of Sonic. So I really enjoyed it. It felt like classic Sonic, really good. So then going on, Sonic learns to drive as the one of the backup stories, and this one was cute. It was Sonic's taking a driving test. And of course, at first, he's freaking the driving because he's going full speed racer, trying to show off his skills to impress the instructor. And the instructor's telling him, no, you got to obey the laws and the speed limits. And, so he tells him to lift off the gas. And then he's still going, he's going through a school zone, and he's no longer pressing on the gas, but he's still going super fast. And he's like, you got to apply the brake. And Sonic's like, wait, this thing goes slower? So very good. So finally, the instructor tells him to pull over, and it's, Sonic, why do you want to learn to drive? And truth comes out, he has to have a driver's license to enter in a racing contest that will being held by a chili dog company that comes with a lifetime supply of chili dogs, and he wants that prize, so he's got to learn to drive. But then on the radio, something for Robotnik happens. They go full crazy taxi, jumping over ramps. Really cool. So it was a fun, heartwarming story. Was classic Sonic, didn't have to be a classic Sonic, although I guess modern Sonic would already know how to drive. But cute story, but the main story was really looking for. But the last story kind of was another one. This one was looking at Eggman, and it was entitled Eggman's Birthday. And a lot of people sometimes forget that it's not only the first appearance of Sonic, it's the 30th anniversary of Eggman. So it's kind of looking at that. And it's showing Eggman getting up, feeling a year older, and he still hasn't beaten Sonic, and he's just like bummed out, doing that midlife thing, like, oh man, all my robots are going to hold a surprise party for me. It's going to be a celebration of my failure yet again, blah, 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 blah. He comes out, they're not there. So, you got Eggman in his pajamas going all through his lair, and all of his robots are gone, and he's like, okay, like, yell surprise. Nothing. And so then he gets dressed, goes to investigate, and all the robots decided to attack Sonic. They thought that would be the perfect gift to get Eggman when you attack Sonic. Of course, Eggman's freaking out because they have no plan. They're being blind, and they're all getting massacred and destroyed. So he's like, no, you know how much you cost? You come back. I don't want that. And then, ends with the cake scene. Those who know me know I'm not a person for birthdays. But given that this is the anniversary of the game, and Eggman, and there were some cute moments like seeing Eggman in his pajamas. That's always fun, and seeing him going around there, where is everybody? Like, it was cute. So overall, the book was fantastic. And that first story, just so you know, that first story was probably 2 or 3 times the size of a regular IDW comic. And then it had 2 backup stories. So that first story was a meaty story, probably comparable to a 48-page special in the past that Archie used to do. So really enjoyed that. Great artwork, really classic nostalgia, great stuff. Loved seeing, all the classic characters, Mighty Ray, Bark, Fane, and Bean, seeing, not only Metal, but also getting Metal Knuckles and Tails doll there. That was really cool. And of course, Hardbelly Heavies, tying it into Sonic Mania. Really fun. I hope they do more of these. So if you're and here's the thing, you don't have to be a fan of the book overall. If you're just a general fan of Sonic and was like, well, I don't know if the comics are for me or something, especially if you're a fan of the Genesis games or Sonic Mania, maybe you saw the animation that Tyson Hess did and thought that was cute, pick this up. This book is a good way to whet your appetite and get into Sonic comics, because it's not super deep heavy lore. It's not in the middle of some arc, or you don't have to read another book to get what you get. It's all a complete title that tells a complete story, has all the fan favorite characters there, but not all the drama characters kind of in the new more modern Sonic, but just simple cartoony fun. And so with that, I can't recommend this more. Show your support, show IDW that we want a regular appearing classic book. Well, that's my review of the Sonic 30th Classic Special. What did you think of it? And what would you like to see Sega do with IDW? Let me know down in the comment section below.